Toppling. So today, what we'll do for this chapter rotation, that will not go as we have done all those chapters like force, friction, and circular motion and work per energy. For this particular thing, like complete rotation, what we'll be doing, one day I'll explain you the things and we'll take a problem on that. Okay. So little bit of explanation about the topic, not in detail, just a quick revision so that you brush up all the things, and then we'll start with the topics, questions. Okay. So now here we'll start today's topic with the toppling, and after toppling is done, we'll start with this banking of roads. Okay. So toppling we will start today. So see, here you have three blocks. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we are naming this blocks as A, B, and C. Okay. Now suppose on this block figure A, okay, on this figure A, I have mg force downward. Okay, I have mg force downward and normal reaction will be upward. Normal force will be upward. Now, if you see this figure A, there is no force acting on it. Okay, so this figure A, okay, for this figure A, I can say, what I can say for the figure A, static as well as dynamic equilibrium is present. Static means net force is equals to 0 and dynamic means net torque is also 0. Now for figure C, if you just check. So what I'm doing now, I'm applying a force. Okay, I'm applying a force on this. Now if I apply a force F on this, so now because kept on the surface, so there will be a frictional force acting on like that. Okay, a frictional force will act on this. So now if I take mg downward, okay, and a normal reaction upward, vertically upward, which normally you people would have assumed that mg and normal reaction will be in the same line of action. Now here if you see that for figure B here, okay, for figure B, I can say normal will balance mg, okay, possible. I can also say whatever force I'm applying, that is countered by frictional force F, correct. So this is all about static. This is all about static friction, static equilibrium. Sorry, not friction, static equilibrium. Now suppose if I take a point here, if I take a point here, okay. Now at that point, okay, I'm calling it as O. I'm calling that point as O, okay. So about point O, if you see, okay, so F is not going to give you any torque. Okay, this small friction is not going to give you any torque. The torque generated by mg and n, the torque by mg and n will get cancelled here. Okay, and there will be a torque due to friction here. This is force that you are applying. That means what I'm trying to say, that friction force will not give any torque. Okay, torque due to, or I can say moment due to n will be equal to moment due to mg. And now because mg and n, they both are equal, so this and this will get cancelled, because this will give you this n will give us clockwise torque and this will give me anti-clockwise torque. Okay, so they will get cancelled. But what about this, the force that you are applying, that will give you a torque about point O. So that means this body, this figure, this body in figure B, in the situation B, is not in the static, is not in the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, so now just see what is going to happen in figure C. Okay, if I take the figure C here, So what will happen in figure C? So as you apply a force, so there will be a slight change in this figure. So actually, after when you apply the force, what will happen? You will get a situation somewhat like this. Okay, you'll get a situation somewhat like this. Try to see this figure. I'm making it bigger. Just see this figure. So now in this, what will happen? The body is just about to rotate like this. Okay, the body is just about to rotate like this, and friction, this force that you had applied will be like this. Mg will still act downward. Okay, because the body is only in the contact at this point, so friction force will act like that. Now, where will be the normal here? The normal will be here. Okay, the normal reaction will be here. Now this here, it has moved from this point to this point. Okay, the line of action has moved from this point to this point. So this is what happens. Okay, in the case of toppling. Now if you see this figure C here, okay, in figure C, if you check, so I can say that friction force is not going to give me the torque. This N is not going to give me the torque. Why? Because about this point O, both F and N, they both are on the same line. So that's why F, frictional force and normal reaction, they will not give me the torque. The torque will be only generated due to the force that you are applying, and it will be countered by mg. Anybody is having any doubt in this? Let me know in the chat. Up to here, whatever I have said, anybody is having any doubt, let me know in the chat. Yes? Anyone who is having doubt, let me know in the chat. Okay. So now what is going to happen from this figure C? What I can say that suppose the body is just about to topple. The body is just about to topple. For figure C, I'm writing. Okay. Just about to topple. So for that case, what I'll be writing? This, suppose this height of the block is h and this is L. Okay. So what will be the torque due to F? What will be the torque due to F? Yes. Torque due to F. I want torque due to F. Yes. I didn't get any answer still. What will be the torque due to F here? The torque offered by the F will be F and this vertical height h. Okay, F into h. And see, this is clockwise or anti-clockwise? See here, this is clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is clockwise. Okay, and the torque offered by mg will be anti-clockwise. So due to mg, what I will be writing? Mg L by 2. So this is what I'll be writing for this equation from the dynamic equilibrium. So anybody is having doubt in this toppling case? Yes, this is also called as shifting of normal. This is also called as shifting of normal. Okay. This is also called as shifting of normal. So I will leave the screen like this. If you have any doubt, please ask. If you have any doubt, ask. Okay. So there is a question in this now. Suppose if normal reaction, see here, this normal reaction which was acting through the center of the block, has now shifted to one end. Okay, just see the figure B and figure C here. Figure B and figure C, if you check. So the normal reaction has shifted from the middle of the block, the line of action from the middle of the block to the line of action has shifted towards the one end. Now suppose if this line of action does not shifts, line of action for this normal does not shifts, what will happen? What is going to happen if this line of action does not shifts? Yes. So if line of action for normal does not shifts, what will happen? Normal this moment, this torque of normal reaction gets cancelled by torque of mg. Friction is not going to give me the torque about that point O in figure B. So for any heavy block, if you apply a very small force also, very small force, so that body, that bigger body is going to topple even with a very slight force. Okay, suppose you have a huge block, and that huge block you can topple, you can rotate, you can make it in dynamically in unequilibrium even with a small force. Okay, if this normal does not shifts its location. So this was all about the theory of the toppling. Okay, I'm not going into the detailed analysis of this. So what I'll ask you, just solve this question that is on your screen. I want everybody to answer. Okay, I want everyone to answer this question. Find the maximum angle of inclination so that the block does not move. Friction you can assume as whatever. B option, 1/2. I got one answer, 1/2 from Jambu Sabha. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? I got only one answer. Remaining students, what you people are doing? I got only one answer. Okay, one more I got. B option. How much time you are taking? Okay, all those who have given me the answer, this thing you have calculated corresponding to toppling, rotation, or you have simply applied the case of sliding. Okay, one more answer I got. 2/3. Anyone else? Can we have an answer A and C? I cannot have an answer A and C. Okay, so it should be either B or D only. Okay, it should be either B or D. Now just check how we have to solve this. See, this topic of toppling is not important for JEE mains. Actually, this is very important topic for the advance. Okay, so generally, whenever you have a question, okay, in which the dimension of the block, or if cylinder is given, so dimension of the cylinder is given and it is kept on a vertical this inclined wedge, and they're asking you the condition for inclination. Okay, so if its dimension is given to you, or you can calculate the dimension, so be little bit careful that there can be a case of toppling involved in that. Okay. So now suppose for this question, what we have to do actually, if anybody who thinks that I will use this sliding case, so what happens to the sliding case? Just check. This block is having mass m. Okay, so mg sine theta will act downward. So I can write mg sine theta. And because this body is moving down with acceleration, with some acceleration, okay, and here I will have friction, F is equals to mu into N, okay, where N will be like this and its value will be what? Mg cos of theta. So this is N value now, okay. So now for the equilibrium case, okay, for the maximum angle where it can does so that the block does moves, okay. So what I can do, that mg sine theta I can equate to mu mg cos of theta, okay, and I can calculate theta from here. So theta you will get as tan inverse mu. Now I cannot assume a value 1 or 2 for a rough surface. I have to assume a value which is in fraction. So if I assume either 2 by 3 like that, so it will be given like that. So one value is this, okay. Suppose if I give you mu value sum, so you'll get that, okay, not a problem for this. But if you check for the toppling, okay, now you have to check for the toppling. So in toppling, what is going to happen? In toppling, what is actually going to happen is, from this point, okay, this block will try to rotate like this, okay. Now in this case, you will have a normal reaction like this, okay. You will have mg sine theta acting from the center, okay, not from here, but acting from the center. So mg sine theta, okay. Now from here, you will have mg cos theta component. Friction will be acting in this direction as the block tries to move like that. So now you have to equate it about this point. The moment you have to equate, okay, the torque you have to equate about the point O in this case. And now when you do that, okay, when you do that, so I can see here that the height is 2 meters. So mg sine theta I can write as mg sine theta I can write as 1 is equals to mg cos of theta I can write as, what is the height? 1. So it will become 1 by 2, okay. So mg gets cancelled, tan theta I am getting 1 by 2, okay. So this will be the value of mu, okay. Tan theta is equals to 1 by 2. So this is the solution for this question. Anybody is having any doubt in this? Ask. Anyone who is having any doubt in this? Okay. I assume you people are understanding this. You just take down this problem, okay. You take down this problem. That is also on toppling only. A uniform cylinder of height last step you want. Which one? This one? Okay, see here. I'll draw the figure again. If you have, if anybody who has not understood this toppling thing, just see it again. Now, in this case, if you check, see how the block will topple. How the block is going to topple here. Yes. The block was like this, okay. The block was like this, kept on a inclined plane. Now, if it is toppling, so how it will topple? So what will happen? This edge will, this point will be fixed, okay. It will become like this, Understood? This is going to be like this thing. Like this. Okay. So now if you see here, so where is the contact? Contact is here only. So here I am having normal reaction. Okay. This is N. Mg sine theta will act from the center of the block towards this direction. Okay. Friction force will be acting from this contact point in this direction. Fine. And this will be mg cos of theta. So mg cos of theta is this. Mg sine theta is this. And mg was this. This is theta. This is also theta. Actually, we are taking the moment about point O. About O, we will take the moment. Now, if you see, how many forces are acting here? How many forces are acting here? One, I have a normal reaction. One, I have a frictional force. One, I have mg sine theta, and another one is mg cos of theta. So if you see here, so this friction and normal, they will not give any torque. So N and F will not have any torque. So I can write N and F will not give any torque. Okay. The torque or the moment about O, about point O we are writing. Okay. About point O we are writing here. Okay. So mg sine theta is going to give us the torque. Mg sine theta will give me the torque, as well as mg cos theta gives me the torque. Now if you see here, so mg sine theta will try to rotate this block in this direction. Okay. It will try to rotate the block in this direction. In this direction. Whereas this mg cos theta will try to rotate the block in this direction. So one is clockwise, another one is anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, mg sine theta, for mg sine theta, what is the moment arm? This height. This height. Okay. And this complete height is 2. So this height will be 1 into 1 is equals to. For mg cos theta, what is the moment arm? This height. This length. Okay. This length. This is the length. And that is 1 by 2. Okay. If you see the data, so this top surface is 1 and this height is 2. Now just equate it. The torque should be equal. So you will be having tan theta is equals to 1 by 2. So this is how we get the answer for this question. So all of you just take down this thing. Okay. I'll keep it like this. You people can take the screenshot for this question. Okay. Now take the screenshot for this, and this will be the homework for you people based on the top link. Okay. Based on the top link, this will be the homework for you people. Yes, again I'm asking, anybody is having any doubt, or shall I explain this problem that is in front of your screen? Shall I explain this problem in front of your screen, or you will do on your own? Okay, you people will do on your own. Fine. Now the next topic that we are going to see today is about, see, in this question actually you have to find the condition for sliding before toppling, and what will be the condition of toppling before sliding. Both the conditions you have to calculate. Okay. And tomorrow when we come together, I'll ask you the first question about this only. Okay. I need the answers for this. I need the answer for this question tomorrow. Okay. This rotation topic is very important for JEE mains also and advanced also. So tomorrow I will ask the question, this solution for this. Okay. Now, after this, what we are going to say is banking of roads. Okay, this banking of roads topic I had left this in circular motion just because there was a term toppling involved in that banking of roads. So I wanted to take it once we had covered this toppling. So now we have covered toppling. So we'll start with the banking of roads. Okay. So this banking of road again is a problem, is a topic which is quite repetitive in the advanced syllabus. Okay. So be very careful with the cases. Okay. There are total 4-5 cases in this. So be careful in that. Now, in this question, in this topic, in front of your figure on your screen, okay, you have a case where there is a cyclist. Okay, you have a cyclist here, and that cyclist comes to the circular track. Okay, he's coming to the circular track and he has to tilt theta degree with the vertical. He has to tilt theta degree with the vertical. So this is the theta degree that he has to tilt. Now, my question to you is, suppose if this person does not tilts on the circular track, suppose the person does not tilts on the circular track, what will happen? Okay, yes, I want the answer in the chat. I want the answer in the chat. Anyone? What will happen if this person is not tilting on the circular track? Skips. Okay. Anybody else? One answer I got. Anyone else? Skid. Okay. Anyone else wants to answer? I got only two answers. One from Jambu Sabha and one from Oliver. Okay, let's see what is going to happen in this now. Now, first we'll analyze this case and then we will see if this person is not tilting, then you'll be able to answer in a better way. Okay. Now, suppose this person tilts theta. This everybody knows. Okay. This person tilts theta degree. And now when it tilts theta degree, so from the point of contact, I will have a frictional force like this. I will have a frictional force like this. Center of mass for this cycle and the man system, suppose lies somewhere here. Okay, it lies somewhere here. And now there will be mv square by r. Okay, mv square by r force outward. Correct. Also, there will be mg force downward. There will be mg force acting downward. Anybody is having doubt with this FBD? Yes. Anybody is having any doubt with this FBD? Okay. Now just see here. Suppose if this person is not tilting. Suppose this person is not tilting. So what will happen? Will this mg be along this line only? If he is not tilting. If he is not tilting, the mg will be along this line. Okay. Now about this point O, if you take the moment, about this point O, if you take the moment, what is going to happen? Tell me. About the point O, if I'm taking the moment of the forces, what will happen? Yes. See, about the point O, if you take the moment, then mg moment will be zero. Frictional force will have zero moment. Only there will be a moment due to mv square by r. Okay, so if you take the moment about O, if the person is not tilting, so what is going to happen? Due to the torque of mv square by r, so I'm writing it here. Okay, so if the person does not tilt, if person does not tilt, then due to mv square by r torque, he topples. Okay, see, this person, okay, this person will have a torque like this if he's not tilting theta degree. Okay, because it will be along the line, vertical line. But here in our case, we are assuming that he is tilting by the angle theta. Okay, he is tilting by the angle theta. So I'm removing this thing, and we are assuming that actually this person is tilting. Okay, so this is theta. Now suppose I'm taking that this OC height, OC here is h. Okay, so what will be the moment? And now for this condition, what will be the moment due to mv square by r? What will be the moment due to mv square by r? I need the answer for this. What will be the moment due to mv square by r? See here, this is OC, this height is h, 0. Dear, I'm asking about the mv square by r moment about O. I'm asking the moment of mv square by r about point O. So this is mv square by r line of action, and this will be its moment arm. So if this is h, OC is h, so this vertical height will be what? H cos theta. For this mg, it will be what? H sin theta. Okay, so mg force will have anti-clockwise rotation. mv square by r will have clockwise rotation, if you see it clearly. If you see from the figure, so this is going to give me the torque. This mv square by r is trying to rotate like this. mg force will try to rotate like this. Okay, anybody is still having any doubt in this FBD? Anyone who is still having the doubt? Okay, so for the safe turning without toppling, okay, for the safe turning without toppling, safe turning without toppling. Okay, what can I say? Both the clockwise and anti-clockwise torques must be same. So mg h sin theta, okay, mg h sin theta must be balanced by mv square r into h cos of theta. Okay, so mv square by r into h cos theta must be balanced by mg h sin theta. Okay, so now from here you solve it, and h m h gets cancelled, so here you'll be getting tan theta will be is equals to v square by rg. Okay, so theta will be tan inverse v square by rg. So actually that person has to tilt this much. The person has to tilt this much. Okay, this theta value that is you can see in the figure, the person has to tilt this much, so that there is no toppling happening in with this person. Okay, now when we have done this, okay, just you tell me, if the velocity increases, suppose this theta is calculated, suppose you are bending as corresponding to a particular velocity. You are bending, you are making an angle theta with a particular velocity. Now suppose if you exceed that velocity, suppose you exceed that velocity, what will happen? Suppose you exceed that velocity, what will happen? In that case, mv square r torque dominates. Okay, mv square r torque dominates. Okay, and if you are tilting less, in that case, mg sine theta will dominate. Okay, so this is what happens. Now, for the safe turning without skidding, so just see here, there are different cases. So this was a safe turn without toppling. Okay, this is a safe turn without toppling. Now what we are going to write is safe turn without skidding. So for without skidding, we all know that case. Okay, so which is, just tell me here from this figure what should be the case. Which two forces must be balanced for the safe turning? Which two forces must be balanced for the safe turning? Which two forces must be balanced for the safe turning? Friction and mv square by r. Correct. Correct. Friction and mv square by r must be balanced. Correct. So here only I am writing for this. Okay. So friction force. Okay. For the safe turning, the friction force must dominate actually. So this should be the condition. Mv square by r. Okay. And this friction value we know that will be mu mg mv square by r. Now this is one condition that you have already studied. Okay, I just wanted to take this after this toppling because of this case. Okay, do you understand this case now? Yes. Anybody is having any doubt that why this person has to tilt the theta degree? Okay, it has to tilt. If he is not tilting, what will happen? Mv square by r will be making it topple. Okay, see, this person cannot tilt in any case. Okay, in any case this person cannot tilt in this direction. This person in any case cannot tilt like this. This is a very critical situation. Okay, any person will not tilt like this. This is a wrong way. Why? Because in this case mg will be also giving me torque like this. Mv square, which is in this direction, it will also give me torque like this. So it will never be stable. It can never be a stable. Okay, it will always, the person will always fall. So a person has to tilt only inwards. It can never tilt outwards. If anyone is having confusion that why the person is tilting only inwards, so this is the reason. If he is tilting outward, then that person will fall. Okay, because of moment at O. Okay, now after this, okay, we have a case of a banked road. Okay, a cyclist on the banked road. Now in this case, if you see here, okay, this is the theta value. This is theta. Okay, this is theta here. Now for the same case, okay, if you have understood this thing, okay, so the same thing applies here. Okay, so the theta value here only I'm writing. Theta value will be what? Tan inverse v square by rg. Now there is a point in this that you should note, or that you should understand here, that actually this person is not tilting. This person is not tilting small degree also. Okay, this person comes on a flat track and sees there is a circular path. So because that circular path is banked, that's why there is a theta degree inclination. The person does not bend here. Okay, the person doesn't need not tilt here. Person need not tilt here if he is having v velocity. Okay, if he is having v velocity, the person should not tilt. There is no requirement for the person to tilt if he is traveling with the v velocity. And if you see on highway, so here there will be always a speed limit mark that yes, there's some 60 kilometers per hour or v kilometer per hour. So if you that velocity limit is corresponding to whatever they have banked. Now my point is, now how the questions will be asked in the advanced. The question will be that what should be the angle, okay, what should be the angle so that the person moves. Suppose this velocity is given to me as 60. Suppose I'm just taking an example that this banking has been done for the 60. Now the bike rider or the cyclist, he wants to move with the velocity 80. He wants to move with the velocity 80. Then what will happen? Now in this case, what will happen? Yes, he has to tilt more, or he doesn't require to tilt anymore, or he has to tilt less. Okay, that's my, I'll give you the options. Okay, here this is normal tilting theta. The person situation will be like this, or like this. A, B, and C. Yes, tell me the options. If the person is traveling with 60, he has to be on B line. Okay. If he has to travel by 80, if he has to travel by 80, then what will be the situation? What will be the inclination? Along the line A, B, or C? Yes. I got two answers with A. I got two answers with C. Okay, I got three answers with A now. Correct. The person, if the person is wishing to travel, if he wants to travel with 80 kilometers per hour, then he has to choose this. Okay, he has to tilt theta 1, suppose. Okay, so if he wishes, the person is wishing to travel with v1, which is greater than v, so theta 1 shall be greater than theta. And same way, if v2 is less than v, then theta 2 must be less than theta. Okay, so now if extra tilt, whatever that person has to do, because for this theta, okay, for this theta, he doesn't has to do any extra effort. If he wants to, if that person wants to go with the extra velocity, so this much angle, this delta angle, he has to tilt towards the left, this side. Okay, from this side. If this is delta 1, for delta 2, what I'll write? Theta minus theta 1. So this is how they will be asking you the questions. Okay, now in advance you will have an option corresponding to this also. Okay, you will have an option, you may have an option corresponding to this also. You may have an option with theta, or you may have only option theta 1. Okay, only you have an option with theta 1. So theta 1, delta 1, and delta 2. So you may have all these four options. You may have all these four options, and the question may be that how much he has to tilt. Okay, how much he has to tilt. So actually, when for theta, he doesn't has to tilt anything. Okay, because if he's traveling with v velocity, he doesn't has to tilt. Okay, why? Because this road is banked, so he need not tilt any by any angle. But if he wishes to travel with the extra velocity, so he has to tilt delta, not theta 1. Theta 1 will be the angle with the horizontal. Okay, now just to make you confused with either it should be A or either it should be C, you will have option theta 1 also, delta 1 and delta 2 also. Okay, so this will be what they will be asking you in the advance, or they can ask you that what will be the angle of inclination of the person with respect to horizontal. So with horizontal it will be theta 1. What will be the angle with the extra tilt? So it will be theta 1. So you can be asked in the multiple choice questions also. Okay, this question can be asked, such questions can be asked in the multiple choice also. So this is all about the turning of a two-wheeler on a banked road. And now this is the third case, turning of four-wheeler on a flat road. Okay, turning of a four-wheeler on a flat road. So in this, okay, you tell me, if the car is traveling in the circular track, the question is the normal reactions at A and at B. The normal reactions at A and B. I'm giving you four options. NA greater than NB, NA greater than NB, or NA less than NB, NA is equals to NB, or what we can have? None. Or you have three options. Okay, you have three options. You have three options. You have three options. D options you can take data insufficient. Which is correct? Which is correct? Okay, I got two answers. One person is saying NA is equals to NB. One is saying B option, NA must be less than NB. Anyone else who wants to say anything? Yes? Anyone else? Option C, NA is equals to NB. I'm asking you, a car is on a circular track, and if it is having a velocity, a certain velocity, and it is taking a turn, so what will be the case? Option A, B, C, D. Only three answers I got. Okay, see here. Option B will be correct. Okay, option B will be correct here. This NA has to be less than NB. Okay, NA has to be less than NB. Now see what will happen here. Actually, what happens? So corresponding to that only, I'm drawing the FBT. This is NA. This is NB. Okay, and this will be mv square by r. Mg force will be acting downward. Friction force on A and friction force on B. These are the things. Okay, I'm assuming that this height is h and this is L. Now, whenever a car moves on a circular track, so you would have seen that sometimes the point A loses contact with the surface. Point A loses contact with the surface. So if it is losing the contact with the surface, so I can say that NA shall be less than B. And one more thing, that both have to travel at different distances. Okay, so the normal reactions on A and B should not be same. Now I have drawn the FBT in front of you. Okay, I have written the normal reactions at point A, at point B, the mv square by r centripetal force acting outward, then I have mg component downward, then I have a two forces acting, frictional force acting towards the center, and this friction forces will be only responsible for the turn, okay, and circular motion. And you people would have known that in circular motion, that for circular motion, what is the necessary condition? That towards the center, if it is moving in a circular motion, so this should be the condition that should prevail, and frictional force value will be mu into n, and n value is m into g. So I can write velocity, I'm directly writing it, you all know this. I want to discuss the another thing in this, mu rg. So this is what you have studied, and this is related to JEE mains topic. Now, in this case, one thing becomes very important. Okay, one thing becomes very important. This is the case of skidding, safe turning without skidding. Safe turning without skidding. Without skidding. This is the case that we all know. Now, the next case that I want to discuss here is, okay, that will be the last topic for the today. Safe turning without toppling. Okay. Without toppling. Or sometimes in the questions you will find it as overturning. Okay. Without toppling you'll find, or without overturning you'll find. So for toppling, what we have to do, that it should not topple actually. Okay. It should not topple. So for a particular velocity, what I can say, for a high velocity, for a certain velocity or a high velocity, point A, at point A, contact is lost. Contact is lost. Okay. So moment about B. Okay. Total moment about B should be 0 for safe turning. Understood? This is the case. Now, so for safe turning without toppling, you see here, there are two forces that can give me, okay, there are two forces that can give me moment at point B. Okay. Now see here, frictional forces will not give me because the line of contact is same. Na is not going to give me, why? Because it has lost contact. Okay. Nb is not going to give me because it is on the line of action is through B only. So only mg and mv square by r are the two forces that will give me moment. Okay. So for mg torque, what I will write, suppose if this is L, this is L, okay, this length, the base is L. So what will be the mg torque? Mg L by 2, and for mv square, what we'll have? H. Okay. So what I can write, mg into L by 2, okay, must be greater than or equal to mv square by r into h. From here you calculate the velocity. Okay, it should be less than or equal to rgl by 2h. So this is what we have. Do you understand this? Yes. So this is the velocity, okay, for the safe turning without without overturning or toppling. So now we have two velocities here. Now I have two velocities here. One is this one, and the another one we have found as this one. Now, here comes the question in advance how they will ask you. They will give you both the options. Okay. In option, they will give you both the options and they will ask you which velocity is the same. Now, some people will mark V, this velocity. Okay. This is not this square actually. This is, yeah. Some people will mark option A, this equation 1, and some people will mark with option 2. So actually, whichever will be minimum, understand this thing, whichever will be minimum, that will be only safer. Okay, suppose this comes out, this velocity comes out to be 80, this velocity comes out to be 80, and this velocity comes out to be 60. Okay, so as you increase the velocity and it as you exceed it 60, so what will happen? This overturning case will happen and you have exceeded, so you will not be in equilibrium. Suppose if this is 60 and this is 80, okay, so as you increase, so first you will skid and then you will topple. Okay, so the toppling will be after, but the first thing will be skidding. So like that, this questions will be framed in the advance. Okay, so you have to analyze for the both the situations, either it is a skidding case or it is toppling case. Okay, so that's why I wanted to take these things here, and here only I can say in this part only I'm writing here. Okay, here only I'm writing that the situation when I'm doing, okay, what I have assumed that at NA the contact is lost. Contact is lost. Understood? And now from here, I'll just give you one thing. Okay, that if we make a car which is having wider, the base is more. Okay, that will have a higher value, higher stability. Okay, if you see here, if L is more, see here, if L is more, velocity will be more. If H is less, if H is more, velocity will be less. Okay, so that's why this ground clearance, whenever you people will, your parents would have bought the car and all, so you would have seen that the ground clearance is a major thing. Okay, so if we keep ground clearance less, if we keep that ground clearance less and the wheel base are wider, so that car provides a greater stability in such conditions. Understood? So this is also one reason for doing that. So I guess you have analyzed these things, and what I'm uh, like expect from you people that you will analyze this case on your own. Okay, and if you are able to do that, so tomorrow when we meet, I will start with the numerical, and if you are uncomfortable with this thing, this last case is left. If you are uncomfortable, I'll take it. Otherwise, you people do it both for the toppling and all. Okay, so with this we'll wrap up this. Thank you.